So when we first engaged this customer, they were running a program really to get control of their data. They have lots of what we call unstructured data, that's lots of chaos information, and ultimately what they needed was a platform that was going to help them bring that under control. They turned to automated intelligence because we have a platform which really helps around governance, risk and compliance to understand their data and then help them wrap a policy around that. One of the key things they were trying to achieve was ensuring that every time a user created data, it was done under policy. So whether that be retention policy, whether that be around data destruction, or just good data governance, they needed a platform that was going to deliver against all of that. Automated intelligence platforms provided all of that and more for them. The client is a multinational bank. One of their challenges is just the sheer volume of information. They have many petabytes of data. And they needed control of that information. One of their key problems was around GRC, governance, risk and compliance. Creating information and managing information is really key. A lot of their customers rely on them to look after their data. By not controlling that data, they leave themselves open and liable to risk. Things like GDPR, for instance. So they needed a platform that would deliver against their needs to ensure that information was being managed correctly. So once we had been awarded the contract, we deployed our platform. And our platform is in place so that every time a user creates information, the appropriate retention rule and the appropriate policy is applied to that information. So any user creating data will always be creating it under the correct policy with the correct retention. So AI's platform is really all around understanding the data, understanding what that data is, the value that that data brings to the organization, and then ensuring the correct policy is applied to that to ensure that the customer has a platform that allows them to proactively govern and manage all of their information. Well, this customer, this bank, has been a customer now for over 5 years. Year on year, they've continued to increase their user numbers and their data volumes have grown. So they're ever more reliant on our platform. As they've gone through their journey, obviously a lot more regulations have come into place, things like the GDPR, and our platform being in place has allowed them to comply with this new legislation without having to put any additional effort in. So financial institutions really need to think about how they manage information. They need to think about the care of that data, and they need to think about their responsibility in terms of managing that for their end customer. We help organizations understand the data they have, and oftentimes organizations have gathered lots of data for many years and they don't even know what they have. What we provide is a cloud-based platform that allows organizations to discover that data, to understand the value of that information, ultimately to apply rules against that so that they can comply with legislation. All financial services organizations have a requirement to report to the FCA and other organizations on a regular basis with regard to how they're applying legislation. We help organizations do that. We can become their first and second line of defense, really ensuring that they can tick the boxes of compliance, whether that's FCA, the CISC rules, GDPR, or any other global policy that they may face.